Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotcall.com, and this is your weekly oracle card reading. And I'm using the magical messages from the Fairies oracle deck. So I was feeling really light and playful this morning, so that's why I decided to go with doing a fairy deck for today's reading. Okay, so I'm going to start with 3 cards. And my little kitty cat, she's in her usual spot when I do readings. She's in her little bed right next to me, and I just want to show her to you because she's so cute. Say hello, Merlina. Oh. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start with the first card. The first card represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. Okay, so here we have new home. This card says, moving is a step in the right direction for you. So for all of those of you who are watching who are in the process of moving or who are wanting to move, this can be a really nice card to get. So it's giving you confirmation that you're on the right track, that things are unfolding in your favor and things are moving you in the right direction. If you're not thinking of moving and this card makes no sense to you, let me interpret it a different way. So this is about, essentially this card is about moving, so not necessarily moving physically from one home to another. It could be about moving jobs, but more often I find this card signifies perhaps moving from one, I don't want to say phase, from one phase to another, but it's about making progression and moving from sort of one place in your life to another place. So if you're in the process of making changes or wanting to create change, this can be a nice card to get, because really your home represents your surroundings. And I think that our consciousness, it has an effect on our surroundings, and it can create our surroundings in a way. So you'll notice that if you have a really cluttered mind and you're an overwhelmed person, you might manifest a home that is very cluttered and has a lot of stuff in it. And if you're kind of more of an orderly person in your mind anyway, you might manifest a home that's more kind of orderly. So I think this card really challenges us to take a look at our current environment and notice what's around you. Notice if your home is, like I said, cluttered. Is it orderly? Is it, are there things around you that you love? Like if you look around your living space, are there things that make you feel good? Colors that make you feel good? Is your couch comfortable? Looking around at things like that. How are your plants doing? Do you have plants? Are they thriving, or are they barely hanging on? And just noticing kind of what your environment is telling you about what's going on within you, because I think that the two are intimately connected. And if you have a hard time going within and kind of exploring emotions and thoughts and stuff like that, start with your home and look around and see kind of what drives you crazy about your home. What do you want to change? And what do you love about it? I know for me, the biggest battle is clutter and maintaining like a clutter-free home. That has always been a big challenge, and not bringing things home, not buying things that I don't really need, and getting rid of things when they start to kind of pile up. Okay, so the next card is Wednesday and Thursday. And here we have travel. So interestingly, we have kind of 2 cards that I think signify movement and change. So the travel card says, an upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. So for those of you who are planning on traveling, if you're planning a vacation or a business trip or something like that, this is a really nice card to get, just kind of letting you know that this trip isn't just another trip. It's going to be life-changing. There's going to be, maybe you meet someone on this trip or some things happen, but this trip is going to prove to be very important to your kind of growth overall, spiritual growth overall. And I think that traveling is really about kind of taking a journey. And when you travel, you get outside your comfort zone, you go to an unfamiliar place. And when you're in an unfamiliar place, you are more observant and you notice things more and you remember things more too. Like, I don't remember anything from last week that I did, but I can tell you a whole bunch of specific stuff from the trip to Italy I took, 12 years ago. So I think that when you get out of your comfort zone and have those kind of different experiences, you tend to, they have more of an impact, I guess is what I'm saying. They have much more of an impact on your life. So I think that even if you're not planning on traveling, I feel like this card is really encouraging you to go somewhere you've never been before, which may just be a particular area of your town that you've never really explored, a park that you've never been to, a store that you've never been to, or even just doing something that you've never really done before, like going to a class or trying a sport or something like that that you've never tried before. And I think when we kind of challenge ourselves to do different things, we have those different experiences, that's when a lot of growth occurs, and we also discover things about ourselves, and it just kind of breaks up the monotony of the week, I think. Okay, so the next card is holiday. Wow, these cards all have kind of a similar theme. So travel and holiday. And this is the card for the weekend, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it says, the answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, retreat, or holiday getaway. So, wow, two kind of holiday cards together, which is interesting. So I think if you're on the fence about planning a getaway, now's the time to make those plans, and it's a definite yes if you're thinking about taking a trip and you're not sure. And like the card says, the answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation. This is kind of, I'm almost going to repeat what I just said about the travel card. This is about going somewhere different where the energy is different. And have you ever had, okay, I'm just going to kind of stop what I was saying there and kind of digress or go down a different road. So have you ever had that experience where you're trying to figure out a problem or find a solution to something and you just can't, and you keep thinking about it and you can't, and then you maybe stop thinking about it and go do something else, and then you're in the shower or something like that, and all of a sudden you think of a solution? It's kind of because you stopped trying and you did something different, you got out of that old environment. And in a way, that's what this card is about. If you go on vacation, you're changing your surroundings, you're in a different environment, so you're not in the same energy patterns that you're in when you're in your home and you're going through your day-to-day, your weekly kind of routine. There's a certain energy around that can keep us stuck in particular patterns. So if you're wanting to break a pattern, get outside of your current environment and make those changes then. And then of course you have the challenge of bringing that back to your old home or your old pattern and environment. And that's a whole challenge in and of itself. But if you're wanting a solution to a problem that you're thinking about, or you're just wanting a different perspective, get outside of your current surroundings. Go on a trip, go on a vacation, or like I said, if you can't afford to do a big trip, just go to a different park or go to a different space that you've never really been to before, and notice what happens to your mind and what happens to your body when you go into a different environment. You get outside of your usual environment. Okay, so I'm not even gonna zoom out and do an overall view because all these cards are very, very similar and they seem to be saying the same thing. So please add your 2 cents. What do these cards mean to you, and what does this mean for you in your life? If you feel like sharing, I'd love to hear what you have to say, and just please share in the comments below. My name is Kate. I'm from dailytarotgirl.com. Thank you so much for watching, and check out my website for some fun tarot learning resources, free tarot card spreads, and so much more.